Tag F8 about the program. This tag contains several sections of information. Hotkey section, control calibration point, which is meant for tag F3 calibration. The information about the running time of the car on petrol as well as on gas, and the information about the program in the controller. There are also some control buttons: Loader, Help, and Installation Diagram. Now let's pay our close attention at each section. Let's start from Hotkey section. By pressing hotkeys from F1 to F8, you can switch to any corresponding tag from any position in the program. All the other hotkeys function from any place of the program. You can operate gas injectors one by one by pressing buttons Z, X, C, V, B, and N, or you can switch on and off all the gas injectors together by pressing A or star button. You can call for help by pressing H button, installation diagram I button, or switch to full screen mode by pressing F. Press T to transmit data into controller or R to receive data from the controller. Press S button to save data in a file or start or stop a process depending on which tag you are working with. Use L to load data from a file, D to set default settings of a program, and M to switch mode of the program. Now let's take a look at the control of the calibration points. These are meant for calibration tag. Use the keys O, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the main keyboard or the additional number keyboard to mark the points of the diagram. O, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After having marked the point, use arrow keys to move the point of the diagram. Arrow keys are for moving selected points. Use Escape button to unmark the selected point. Number 2. Escape. Next, control of the silent buttons to mark and release the silent buttons. In order to mark the selected silent point, press P plus the number of the selected point. To release the point, press O plus the number of the point. Let's mark point number 2. The point is highlighted by black background and doesn't change its position. And now let's release it by pressing O and 2. You can also control the silent points through the mouse. Make a short click on the right button of your mouse to mark the silent point. Then you can release the point by making a short click on the left button of your mouse. You can also use the left button of your mouse to move the points of the diagram. Let's see how it functions. If you place the cursor of your mouse over the selected point, it is highlighted by the blue background. You can see the area available for movement around the point. Meanwhile, the cursor of your mouse shows the possible direction of the point. To move the point, place the cursor on the wanted point, press and hold the left button of your mouse and drag the point to the new wanted position. The readings of the point are shown on this board. When you hold the button pressed, the readings of the point are highlighted by yellow when you go on petrol and by green if you go on gas. Next section shows the time of running of the car on petrol and on gas in hours. This is the information about the program installed in the controller, the version of the program and the date of creation. Next, control buttons. The loader button. If this button is disabled, then update of the program in the controller is unavailable. If the button is enabled, you can update your program. If you need help, press Help button. You can see the window with the list of all the tags. When you select the wanted tag, you will find the detailed description of each tag. By pressing the installation diagram button, you can see the picture of gas controller connection. You can also use Help and installation diagram options from any tag of the program by pressing H button for Help and I button for installation diagram. The majority of the options and control buttons have special hints, which are shown next to the cursor. Now you can see them.